Thanks for joining us. Just within the past hour, a major milestone in the treatment of Alzheimer's. The FDA granted full approval to a drug that could dramatically improve the lives of millions of Alzheimer's patients. It's called Leqembi. Our Heidi Wigdahl heard from a Minnesotan anxious to gain access to that drug. Heidi?
Lauren, a clinical trial showed the drug appeared to slow the progression of the disease in people at an early stage first. The medication costs about $26,500 a year, which is a barrier for most. The FDA granting full approval should broaden coverage for Medicare patients living with the disease.
Let's see what else I can find.
For Canada Yazbek, her family story is her story.
This is my great-grandma. So she was the one that wasn't diagnosed until later.
Canada's grandma had early onset Alzheimer's.
She was the first diagnosed, yep.
Canada is the seventh in her family to know the disease all too well.
At 40, I became symptomatic, and at 41, I received my diagnosis of MCI, mild cognitive impairment, which really just starts my journey.
Now 49, Canada will be able to access Leqembi.
The reason this is so important right now is because CMS, or the Centers for Medicaid and Medicaid Services, said they would not cover the drugs unless they are fully FDA approved.
Susan Perriott, CEO of Alzheimer's Association Minnesota and North Dakota chapter, says even with full approval, there are more hurdles.
CMS has said they'll cover it, but they need to be part of a registry, or the physicians need to. And that's adding an undue burden onto clinics and hospital systems, physicians, and for patients.
Some advocates are hesitant to be all in, given the price tag and equity concerns. But Canada and Susan say time is of the essence, with 2,000 people a day progressing past the point of being able to take the drug.
I have 3 young kids. Means more time with my kids. Means more time with my family. Really, though, my kids. That's a big one. More time with them.
Studies have found that the drug appeared to slow declines in memory and thinking by about 27% after 18 months of treatment. About 100,000 people in Minnesota have Alzheimer's disease, but it's unclear how many are in the early stage and would be eligible for this drug. But Susan says people are not going to have access right away. That timeline is still unclear. Canada, though, already has an appointment scheduled to start the process. Lauren.
Well, that's great news for her to be able to get this going. Heidi, thank you.